Exodus chapter 21. These are the laws you are to set before them. If you buy a Hebrew servant, he is to serve for 6 years, and in the 7th year he is to go free, without paying anything. If he comes alone, he is to go free alone. If he has a wife when he comes, she is to go with him. If his master gives him a wife and she bears him sons or daughters, the woman and her children shall belong to the master, and the man shall go free alone. But if the servant declares, I love my master, my wife and my children, and I do not want to go free, then his master shall bring him before God. He shall take him to the door or the doorpost and pierce his ear with an awl. Then he will be his servant for life. If a man sells his daughter as a servant, she is not to go free as male servants do. If she does not please the master who has selected her for himself, he must let her be redeemed. He has no right to sell her to foreigners because he has broken faith with her. If he selects her for his son, he must grant her the rights of a daughter. If he takes another wife, he must not produce her food or clothing or her marital rights. If he does not provide her with these 3 things, she is to go free without any payment of money. Anyone who strikes a person and causes their death is to be put to death. However, if it was not done intentionally, but God allowed it to happen, they are to flee to a place I will designate. But if anyone schemes and kills someone deliberately, they are to be taken from my altar and put to death. Anyone who attacks their father or mother is to be put to death. Anyone who kidnaps another and sells them or is found with them is to be put to death. Anyone who curses their father or mother is to be put to death. If people quarrel and one strikes the other with a stone or with a fist and the injured person does not die, but is confined to bed, the one who struck the blow will not be held guilty of murder if the other recovers and is able to walk outside again, though they must compensate them for the loss of time and see that they are fully healed. If a slave owner beats a servant and the servant dies as a result, the owner must be punished. But if the servant survives a day or 2, the owner is not to be punished since the servant is their property. If people are fighting and hit a pregnant woman and she gives birth prematurely, but there is no serious injury, the offender must be fined, whatever the woman's husband demands and the court allows. But if there is serious injury, you are to give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for burn, for burn, wound for wound, bruise for bruise. If someone strikes a servant, male or female, in the eye and destroys it, they must let the servant go free to compensate for the eye. And if they knock out the tooth of a servant, male or female, they must let the servant go free to compensate for the tooth. If a bull gores a man or woman to death, the bull is to be stoned and its meat must not be eaten, but the owner of the bull will not be held responsible if, however, the bull had a habit of goring and the owner had been warned, but did not keep it confined and it kills a man or woman. The bull is to be stoned and its owner also put to death. If payment is demanded instead, the owner may redeem their life by paying whatever is demanded. This law also applies if the bull gores a son or daughter. If the bull gores a male or female servant, the owner must pay 30 shekels of silver to the servant's master, and the bull is to be stoned. If anyone uncovers a pit or digs one and fails to cover it, and an ox or donkey falls into it, the owner of the pit must pay for the loss and give money to the owner of the animal, but the dead animal will belong to them. If anyone's bull injures another person's bull and it dies, they ought to sell the live one and divide both the money and the dead animal equally. But if it was known that the bull had a habit of goring and the owner did not keep it confined, the owner must pay animal for animal, and the dead animal will be theirs.